Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, Meta. Meta is the new name for Facebook. So, you would have heard the news. You would have probably listened to what Mark Zuckerberg said recently. Actually, last week when he spoke about Meta. So, they're rebranding Facebook. So, they're rebranding their company. In fact, they're listing the trading ticker is also being rebranded. So we're going to talk about Meta today. So we could try and understand the concept behind Meta, metaverse, and how is it really helping Facebook? Is it or is it really trying to cover up for the recent mess that Facebook has been into, especially with regards to data privacy and concerns on security. So we'll talk about all of that. Before we dive in, as usual, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video. Please comment on my videos so that I know what exactly you're looking at, and I can then craft out a video based on your requirement. And please share my videos with people who you think would benefit from my research and from my videos. So let's dive into Meta now. So before I talk about Meta, let me talk about my ebook. My ebook is on my journey as an entrepreneur. It's titled 6-Figure Corporate Job to Master Entrepreneur. In this ebook, I've spoken about the time back in 2010 when I quit my 6-figure globe-trotting corporate job. So it starts from that time. It talks about my preparation before I actually jumped into the world of entrepreneurship. It talks about the challenges I faced as an entrepreneur, and it talks about how I overcame those challenges that I faced on my journey as an entrepreneur. Now, I would reckon a lot of you would be looking to becoming an entrepreneur. So with all you guys in mind, I have put down 3 worksheets in this ebook, essentially questions that you have to answer and get certain points so that you would know where you stand in terms of your preparedness before you even start your entrepreneurial journey. So, take a look at the ebook. I have also scored myself based on those questions in those 3 worksheets, and you would know how much I scored, and you would also know how successful I am today as an entrepreneur with 2 companies, one in Singapore, the other one in India, and representations in the US markets. Now, this particular ebook comes to you for totally free of charge. It's available on my website. The URL is currently flashing on the screen. I'll put the URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the page, put down your name and email address, and the link to download the ebook will be emailed to your inbox. I hope you like the ebook. Do definitely give me your honest feedback. So now let's talk about Meta. So what are the challenges that Facebook is currently facing? So this a social platform where reality or fact or news are shamelessly distorted. So that's what has been a challenge that Facebook has been facing recently. Protection of user data and underlying privacy is at stake. What has been happening is that Facebook owns WhatsApp and Instagram. So Mark Zuckerberg has been trying to push down the privacy laws of capturing user data so that he could use it to sell to other brands so that they could do proper retargeting or targeting and retargeting of their customers. Now that has not gone down well internationally, globally. There's been a lot of uproar on that. If you follow the news, you would have heard about it. At some point in time, they pulled it back, so that particular terms and conditions that were put into our devices, if you're using WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram, so they actually pulled it back, saying that okay, we will hold it on for some time now. Some countries have pushed it back and they said that nothing doing, we are not allowing all your terms and conditions to be applicable in our country domain. So there have been a lot of issues that have been happening, and that actually raised a question mark on the brand and on Mark Zuckerberg himself. Failure to stop spread of hate and fake news. Now that has been happening for a very long time. So you would look at the 2019 U.S. Elections. You would look at the other religious or other news that have been in the global market, and how that was creating more of a civil war in different parts of the world. So, but Facebook so the people used Facebook to spread hate and violence, and it's still happening. And Facebook has, totally failed to stop any one of those, spread of hate, violence, fake news, and all of that. Yet Facebook pushed for more access to user data for better targeted advertising on its platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So that has been the reasons why Facebook has been getting a lot of flack, a lot of pushback in the recent times. So we'll try and understand. So Meta. So what is the vision of Meta? So at Connect 2021 last week, CEO Mark Zuckerberg introduced Meta, which brings together the company's apps and technologies under one new company brand. Meta's focus will be to bring the metaverse to life and help people connect, find communities, and grow businesses. The metaverse will feel like a hybrid of today's online social experiences, sometimes expanded into three dimensions or projected into the physical world. It will let you share immersive experiences with other people even when you can't be together, and do things together you could not do in the physical world. So this is what Mark Zuckerberg said at Connect 2021 last week when he introduced Meta. Now let's try and understand what is metaverse. So the classical definition, metaverse, is a speculative future iteration of the internet, internet part of shared virtual reality. So let me read it out again. Metaverse is a speculative future iteration of the internet part of the shared virtual reality, often as a form of social media. The metaverse in a broader sense, may not only refer to virtual worlds operated by social media companies, but the entire spectrum of augmented reality. So he's trying to bring in social media, he's trying to bring in the virtual world, augmented reality, and create that as a world which you can't really go there, but you could definitely get a feel and experience that world sitting in front of your computers or your mobile phones. So that's what is metaverse. The term arose in the early 1990s and has come to be criticized as a method of public relations building using a purely speculative yet still overhyped concept based on existing technology. So let's try and understand the challenges. What is Meta solving any problem for Facebook? The move looks like Facebook is trying to divert attention away from the trove of negative stories hanging around the company. Critics believe Facebook has done this because the brand has become toxic. We've already seen senators ignore the name change, with one describing the move as cosmetic. So you would reckon the senators are really up in arms with Facebook, especially with when they were trying to pilot the Facebook Novi application or the crypto application very, very recently. I did a video on that as well. Metaverse does not yet exist. Zuckerberg was keen to stress it was a long-term product, so having a name totally unrelated to your main offering is perhaps a little strange. Almost all of Facebook's revenue comes from advertising, from Facebook and Instagram. We know that other big tech rebrands have failed. Almost no one refers to Google as Alphabet, the name it rebranded itself to in 2015. So basically, there are challenges that Meta is likely to face. It doesn't seem to be, um, a very smart move. I think it's a way to get away from, the challenges that it has been facing recently. What is clear is that running Instagram and Facebook is no longer Mark Zuckerberg's passion. Now that's a statement. We don't know how true is that, but it definitely seems that it's not his passion anymore. He's interested in creating a virtual world that he thinks will transform the human experiences. So in a summary, I would reckon that I would agree that Zuckerberg is trying to run away from the challenges that the brand Facebook has been facing recently. He's been he was he so look he has put in a lot of money to acquire WhatsApp, $9 billion a couple of years ago. So obviously he has to, you know, um, prove to his investors that that was a great deal and he wants to make money out of it. Now, how does he do it? He will definitely have to use some aspects of Facebook and generate more revenue. So obviously, we know advertising is the topmost revenue earning area for Facebook and Instagram. So if you are able to target brands based on a WhatsApp communication or a Facebook or Instagram interaction, then it does make common sense, very logical sense. But what it's also doing, it's actually infiltrating into the privacy of customers or clients or users, and hence there is a problem. And that is the reason why, you know, he's trying to build this immersive virtual world, which he feels would be the new norm in the future. I would, on that point, I would reckon that the younger generation, 20 and below or 25 and below, will probably, latch on to that particular concept. But I doubt, the mid-aged people, or senior people, or who have seen who've seen the world around, the tech world around, and who are familiar with the virtual world as well, will probably not latch on to this particular concept too much. What will happen in the future? Well, we don't know. We'll have to wait and watch. I will also link you to the video on Novi, the challenges that, the concerns that the Senate has, or the senators, the five senators, Democratic senators have voiced on the pilot that Facebook was trying to do on Novi. I did a video on that a few days ago, so I'll put the link to that video on the card above. Go take a look at it. I'm sure it'll be useful to you and informative as well. So, well, thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me. As you know, my name is Saurav Mukherjee. I'm a digital and technology marketing leader with over 20 years of global experience. If you would want to know more about me, I'll put down my LinkedIn URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the profile page, take a look at the profile page. If you like my page, like my profile, send me an invite. As a profession, I work with clients where I try and solve their business, marketing, technological, and investment challenges. If you're looking to engaging me as a consultant in your company, you could drop me a line on LinkedIn, or you could write to me on the contact page of my website. I'll put the link to the contact page of my website in the description box below. Then you can communicate and see how we can work together, how I can help you in your company. So finally, before I go, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell, please comment on my videos, and please share my videos. So until next time, you do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and stay healthy. And I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.